Oh, now I'm hearing something. Oh, it's it's working.
Test.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our service for September 22nd. It's Higan, which is celebrated at the equinoxes, and today is the equinox for, what do we call it? The autumn equinox. So it's a time to think about where we are and what we're doing. So we will start with Sambujo, which you'll find on page 22, and then we'll continue with the Jusege, which you'll find on page 23, right next door in our service book.
Can I ask that everyone please put your hands together in God's show or bow your head in contemplation and respect? As we say together, Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Annap, Namo Annap, Namo Annap. On this occasion of White River Buddhist Temple's annual observance of the fall Ohigan, we are gathered together to adorn the shrine of Amida Buddha, burn incense, chant the sacred writings, and deepen our understanding of the Buddha Dharma. During the spring and fall equinox, when the hours of day and night are equal, the sun symbolically rises in the east and sets in the west toward the direction of the Pure Land. We gather to listen and meditate upon the teachings of the Buddha Dharma as clarified and transmitted to us by Shinran Shonin.
도우치
Can I ask that everyone please once more put your hands together in Gospel or bow your head in contemplation as we say together once more, Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Nops, Namo Nops, Namo Nops.
As the wolf said in Red Riding Hood, I can get a little closer to you to see you better. And now we will have all those who are able, please rise, and we will have the reading of the three treasures. You'll find that on page 3. And then please remain standing for this gatha or song that follows. Thank you. Three treasures. Fortunate is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Rare is it to encounter the teachings of the Buddha. Now we hear it. If we do not seek the truth of the Dharma in this life, in what? I'll try further back. I'm not sure what's causing the feedback. If we do not seek the truth of the Dharma in this life, in what life shall we find it? My goodness, pardon me. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. Maybe I should put this thing back. I take refuge in the Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken within us the highest aspiration. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of the Dharma and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord in a life of harmony in the spirit of universal brotherhood, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriad of kalpas and interference, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful teaching. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of the Tathagata's teaching. Namo Idabats, Namo Idabats, Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. Please turn to page 183. The song or gatha today is When We See the Golden Sun, in honor of the equinox and Ohigan. Thank you. You may be seated. Now we will have a Dharma message from Reverend Cindy.
can I ask? I am on. Okay. Can I ask that everyone please put your hands together and God's show, bow your head in contemplation and respect as I read these words from Master Shandao. As I reverently reflect, I see that Shakyamuni exhorts us on this shore, and that Amida from that land comes to welcome us. From there we are beckoned to, from here we are urged on. How could we refuse to go? Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo nuts. Namo nuts. Namo. Hello everyone. First, I would like to thank everyone who came to the Northwest Convention, who helped out, who participated, who even attended. Because of you, we had a very successful Northwest Convention. And hopefully you had a lot of fun, both during the convention and outside of convention, whichever one you preferred. But I think it was a very wonderful time to get together with people from outside of our temple to remind ourselves how widely Jodo Shinshu is, how widely Namo Amida Butsu is outside of our own community. And so I would like to thank you all for that. And hopefully you had enough rest. So today we are observing our fall Ohigan. Ohigan is a time that comes biannually. Biannually also means 2 times a year. And it is a time where we reflect on the equalness of day and night. And so it is also a time for our school of Buddhism, Jodo Shinshu, to reflect on this shore and the other shore. This shore being the world of delusion, the world of Saha, the Saha world, the world of suffering, as well as the other shore, which is the shore of enlightenment. And on reflecting on this shore and the other shore, I decided to take a quote from Master Shandao, who is the 5th of the 7 masters who are on the scroll on your far left, who is the one that explained that Shakyamuni Buddha, the Buddha who lived in what was then India 2,500 years ago, is the one who encourages us on this shore. And Amida Buddha, the Buddha of immeasurable light and life, the Buddha of infinite wisdom and compassion, is on the other shore, the shore of enlightenment, encouraging us to listen to Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha. And so this quote that I took is from the main writings of the founder of Jodo Shinshu, Shinan Shonin, who's behind me, in his chapter on realization, which is the chapter on enlightenment. And thus, he takes a quote from Shandao and says, as I reverently reflect, I see that Shakyamuni Buddha exhorts us on this shore, and that Amida from that land comes to welcome us. From there we are beckoned to, from here we are urged on. How could we refuse to go? And this I began reflecting on, as Ohigan is also a time where we reflect on the parable of the 2 rivers and the white path, which we have actually a picture of out in the hallway over there if you would like to know. And I apologize, I will paraphrase the parable, because not only have I talked about this before, I am pretty sure that ministers before me and ministers from other temples have constantly talked about this parable during this time. And so it is basically a parable written by Master Shandao, which creates a story of what it is to be on the Nembutsu path, on the path in which, when we say Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha, we will become enlightened eventually. And so basically, this Nembutsu follower is being chased by bandits and wild animals on one shore, and is forced to this small white path between a river of water and a river of fire. And very hesitantly, the traveler starts on this white path. On this path, they start hearing a voice from the shore where the bandits and the wild animals are, and hears a voice that encourages them to continue on that path. From the other shore, they hear a voice calling, encouraging them on this same path. This entire time, the bandits and the wild animals are continuously calling from that side, from the shore that the traveler is coming from, and also feeling the flames from the river of fire and the water from the river of water. So this traveler, again, very hesitantly at first, walks on this white path. But as they continue, hearing the voice that is encouraging him from the shore that they came from and the shore that they're going to, they continue and trust those voices and finally reach the other shore. And thus, this parable is saying that the voice coming from the shore where the traveler is coming from is Shakyamuni Buddha encouraging us onto the path, while Amida Buddha is the voice from the other shore, the shore of enlightenment, encouraging us to also continue on this path. As a person who doesn't really understand if we should follow this parable or not, I thought it was interesting if I actually put it in terms that me, a being who cannot blindly trust these voices, to put it in a different sense. And I was reminded of, have you ever been to a museum, and I don't know a specific museum, that has that illusion where you are like 20 stories up, and you walk along, basically, is it a construction bar? And they project sounds of the city. And what you have to do is get from one side of that construction bar to the other. Especially as a kid, I hated heights. But of course, it's an illusion. It's an illusion at a museum. So what happened is one of my parents had to be with me on one side of that illusion, on one side of that construction bar. And my other parent had to be on the other side. And they weren't mean parents, right? They wanted me to try out this illusion, right? Because it was a safe environment. So for me, a scared child who doesn't want to walk across this bar, seemingly 20 stories up, I had to have one of my parents slowly push me out toward the middle of the bar. And yes, I was very hesitant. I didn't want to go across that bar. But at the same time, my other parent was on the other side, and I very much trusted my parents. And so, again, very hesitantly, I walked across that bar, and it felt like eternity. Because I heard all the noise being projected from the speakers of the supposed surrounding city life. But when I concentrated on my parents, my hesitation, my worry started to go away. And as you can see, I survived. And I remember being very happy once I got off that construction bar, because not only did I overcome it, I was back in my parents' arms. And this parable is that same exact scenario. Shakyamuni Buddha can be seen as a parent on this side who is encouraging us on the path of Nembutsu to say Namo Amida Butsu. I take refuge in Amida Buddha. Amida Buddha can be understood as our other parent who is encouraging us also to say Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha. And at the very end of that path, we are welcomed again by our parent. We are welcomed as a Nembutsu follower, as a person, as a person who continues to follow Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha. And so, it is with this parable that we are reminded how scary it is to be on this path, but also to feel encouraged to continue to hear our parents' voices, the voices of Shakyamuni Buddha and Amida Buddha, constantly encouraging us to not give up, to continue to put trust in Namo Amida Butsu. Because our parents will make sure that we will never fall or stray off this path. So I hope you can reflect on this week as we think upon Fall Uhigan, the fall equinox. And think about the infinite wisdom and compassion of Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha. So in conclusion, Can I ask us all to please put our hands together in Gasho or bow your head in contemplation as we say once more in gratitude to our parents. Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Nuts, Namo Nuts, Namo.
Well, let's see if that sounds a little bit, no, I still hear a little bit. Step back. Thank you, Sensei, for your Dharma talk. I don't know how many of you attended the printing workshop at the convention where, was it Tessa? Is that your work? Mm-hmm. You had a print of this story that Sensei was talking about, the River of Fire and such. So I don't know if any of you were lucky to get the golden ticket to actually make a print. So that art, that parable still lives today. So, for those of you who are able, please rise. We will have the Gatha Odokusan 2. You'll find that on page 153 and 154 in Japanese. And please remain standing afterwards. Please turn to page 8 for the Daily Creed of Jodo Shinshu. Read along with me. Realizing enlightenment is assured and reciting the Nembutsu, I shall live my life cheerfully and positively. Understanding the oneness of life and cultivating self-reflection, I shall diligently attend to my life's tasks in gratitude. Recognizing the Dharma path, I shall help spread the teachings of the Buddha. Appreciating the Buddha Dharma, I shall respect and help others, working for the good of society. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. Thank you. You may be seated. We do have one guest today. His name is Troy. He's a first-time visitor. He's way back in the back row. So we're glad to have you, Troy. Thank you for coming, and we hope you find this place a good place. So, announcements.
Just a quick announcement. For those who haven't attended the White River Museum exhibit on Borno Doherty, we're putting together a group to go there after Sunday, next Sunday. They have a family day, so they have some other exhibits and things. So we just meet after church and maybe break for lunch, then drive over. Thanks.
Good morning. Congratulations on an absolutely fantastic convention. From bingo on Friday night to the naming, giving out the Buddhist names on Sunday, it couldn't have been better. Shar asked me many months ago whether I would photograph the event, and I did that with pleasure. And on the back table, I have an iPad set up with a sample of the photographs. And there are sign-up sheets. I have created 2 shared albums online. They're in my cloud. One of them has about 144 images, generally of the entire event, and the other one has over 700. I started out with 1,100. I got rid of the clunkers, and I think there's some pretty nice images. So if you'd like me to send you an invitation to join either or both of those albums, just give me your email address. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe, for taking photos of that event. So on behalf of the convention committee, Val and I want to thank you for your support in making this convention happen. So each and every one of you, I think everyone out here has had a part in making this convention a success. And I really, really, really want to appreciate or send my gratitude and appreciation for all of you. From attending the convention to volunteering, your financial support, and especially your encouragement to keep on going, and we can do this. As a small temple, it is very difficult sometimes to pull all this together, but I feel like it went over really well. So thank you so much. And because of you, you and your individual and group efforts, it was a success. So I really want to let you know that we really, really appreciate all of your help. So thank you, and on to Bazaar.
Hi everyone, my name's Annika, and I also want to express gratitude for convention. It was Mark and I's first time attending. It was really, really fun. We had to kind of divide and conquer with the workshops because there were so many great sessions. I wanted to attend all of them. But really, I just wanted to remind everyone that we're starting up the Saturday morning meditations again online. So yesterday we had one at 10 o'clock. So it's every first and third Saturday at 10 o'clock. The Zoom link is on the website. And if there's other things going on, sometimes we have to cancel. But for the most part, we're there and we're doing our little meditation. So it'd be wonderful if you could join. Thanks.
So I apologize. I didn't, the person who gave me this flyer didn't give me a digital copy, so I wasn't able to give it to Catherine in time. But the Tacoma Buddhist Temple is having a fall seminar on October 19th from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Tacoma Buddhist Temple Social Hall. So this one, if you do not know, Reverend Katsuya Kusunoki of the Seattle Betsuin has a podcast, and it is called Mind of Minister with Reverend Katsu. And that Tacoma seminar, fall seminar, they will be doing a live broad stream of that podcast. And so it will be Alex Sakamoto, Reverend Katsu, and Reverend Koyama discussing various topics on Jodo Shinshu. So that will be actually very interesting because they have a lot to talk about. And I believe there will also be a discussion, Q&A, after, during it, and that will be recorded if you would like, your questions being asked and recorded forever. So if you would like to go, please sign up on the Tacoma Buddhist Temple website. And also to let you know, there will be a barbecue that follows. So there will be food that follows. So if you stay the whole entire time, / if you want to come later, there will be a barbecue, and the suggested donation is $15. But please sign up if you are planning to go to the barbecue as well, so that we know how much we need to prepare in regards to food. So again, the Tacoma Buddhist Temple seminar on October 19th from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Tacoma Buddhist Temple Social Hall. Please sign up on the Tacoma Buddhist Temple website, and there will be a barbecue to follow with a suggested $15 donation. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Just wanted to let people know, thank you so much for helping in the hospitality room and donating items. We have some items left over that we are selling, so if you'll go to the kitchen afterwards, we need to probably get rid of some of these things. So if you're interested in anything, we have a lot of beer and sake left over and wine. So if you're interested, please come to the kitchen and we'll be selling that. Thank you.
I know everybody's had a week to recover now, and it's on your announcement sheet, but we do have a Bazaar planning meeting on Tuesday, and I'll get out a link for that Zoom meeting, so thank you.
So, yes, if you haven't picked up one of these pretty colorful sheets, it has a lot of information about our events. And yes, Fall Bazaar is our next big thing. And I think it will be just as much fun as convention. So, if you will join me in the closing words for this service. You find them at the bottom of your program. My life is not only my life, but a life of others, sacrifice, kindness, thoughtfulness, and patience. I am grateful. Namo Amidabats, Namo Amidabats, Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. Thank you for attending. As Shar said, if you're interested in beer and wine, I don't know what else they've got in the kitchen, please go in and see what's there. And we will, don't drink it on the way home though. You'll be in violation of a lot of laws. And we look forward to seeing you next time, either next Sunday or in the future. You can, for the Fall Bazaar, you have to order ahead of time. So again, look on our website. You can find how to order the teriyaki chicken or the sushi. And I'm not sure if mochi and manju are also orderable. Okay, yeah, I'm getting the big nod. So limited amounts are available. I mean, it's not like small, but you know, we can only make so much here. So do sign up and pay in advance. That way you won't be disappointed, at least in not getting something. Because we've had people come in, they see our signs, and say, we want to buy. You have to order ahead of time. I don't know what the deadline is, but there it is. So again, thank you all for your attendance, and be safe. We'll see you next time.